And the reason I got into the soap opera, I was 12 years old. And a neighbor brought home a pamphlet about the soap opera. He said, I want you to try and build a car. Because he knew I was handy, even as a kid then. So I went ahead and built a car. It looked nice, the body looked nice, but I used wheels off of a wagon. And it didn't even cross the finish line. This happened to be the third car I built. So I took water and paste, flour, and took cheesecloth and put it over the cardboard, then painted it. It was at Highland Park at the water tower. There's a hill there, but there used to be a fire station there. It was a good crowd. It was a crowd of over, I'd say there was about almost 1,000 people watching this race. There were 300 cars in the race. On the day of the soapbox, the starting was right by the V, the yellow lines going together. They'd start you down 3 at a time. Nobody could push to get you started. They had a lever with 3 blades went up in front of the car, and they'd lay down and you'd begin to roll. I tried to keep my head down as low as possible. And we had a white helmet, not that silver one. I tried to keep the helmet even with so my eyes could just see where I was going. And when I pulled out ahead, it was a good feeling. In St. Paul, we went 36 miles an hour. And I think I won 6 or 7 heats. As far as I remember, I was like a hero all of a sudden. That night at home, a lot of people came to the house, relatives and everybody. They all heard about it. The excitement of winning, oh my God, it was something. And after I won, the next day was Sunday, and when I saw that newspaper, front page, little boy makes good. Later on in life, I flew in a B-24 Liberator bomber, and I was surprised to see that the same type of steering that controlled the rudders is originated from this cables. And when I was 18, my folks signed, and I went into the Navy first. I went to St. Olaf College in Northfield, and the Navy Air Corps. So I said, well, I'd like to be a radio operator. Well, so I got the third choice, gunner, and they sent me to Las Vegas. And that's how I got in the Air Corps. I don't know if you know what the ball was, but I was a ball turret, trained for a ball turret gun. It's the bottom of the plane, in a 24, they lower you outside the airplane like an elevator. And you're laying on your back with 2 machine guns, and you could go around and look down all over. When I got overseas, they were taking out the balls. Ball was a very dangerous spot, not even in getting shot at. If it would jam up, you couldn't get out. God forbid the plane was on fire or something, there was nobody going to get you out of it. You go and crash, that's it. Oh man, you wake up fast, let me tell you, when you start flying those missions. We went for the target. The city was hit plenty of times. We killed plenty of civilians. You know, you talk about, thank God you don't see what you're doing, because you can't see down that far. This here is all the missions that we flew. All these different towns that we bombed. And these are the 17 that we aborted. And that's my boys. They all made it back. None of us got hurt. This story is in here of every one of them, most of the missions that I was on. Someone in my group wrote this. Let's see, he even mentioned me in here. Yeah, in Magdeburg, Germany. And that was the town we almost got killed in. There was a big synthetic oil refinery there. And the Germans, they needed that oil very bad. After our bombs went, we got hit bad. And we fell from 22,000 feet down to 9. The alarm was ringing to bail out. So my tail gunner, he came out of the tail turret towards me, and he opened the hatch right away to bail out. He had a chute on, and I motioned him to go back and get his shoes. There's 3 black puffs of smoke. I looked up and I said, oh my God, what's my mother going to say when she gets the telegram, missing in action? And the co-pilot was monkeying around with his wheel, and he was going to get up to go bail out, and he gave that wheel one big turn. They said, don't go, don't go. My controls are working, and we made it back to England. After the mess hall, you go back to your orderly area, and you look at the bulletin board, and if your pilot's name isn't on the bulletin board, you're not going to fly that day. But if you are, his name is on there, and you're going to wake up. They'll wake you up anywhere from 3 o'clock till 5 o'clock in the morning to go. Wake up in the morning, you see maybe 6 cots are empty. Well, now you know that one crew from your barracks got hit, and they're not there. We don't know if they're prisoners or they were killed or what. That's the worst thing that could happen, is to see your buddies not come back. And that's one of the worst things. And it was scary, very scary. And the German fighters wouldn't come around when the flak was there because they could get hit too. So during that period, that 10 minutes, 15 minutes, it's very quiet on the airplane. Everybody's praying. Then I got brave and I said to the rest of the crew, I was the only Jewish boy on the crew, I said, you got to thank God, boys. I know we were all praying, but you got to thank God for that little Jew boy in the back who was praying in God's language. Well, of course, our dog tags all said you got an H on there, it's for Hebrew. I never had a problem with anybody in the service. I never, because I was Jewish. Some of the guys said, take your tags off if we have to bail out. I said, no, what for? I got to go, you got to go. Thank God I never had to bail out. In the war, you can be the best pilot, the best gunner, the best of everything. But flying over Germany, the best pilot didn't make it because he wasn't lucky. You had to be lucky to come back. I was lucky when I made the first ladder. That was a needed thing at the time. Water skiing was just beginning to get popular. The boating industry had 25 horse motors that they could even put on a small Lumacraft boat. But when you fall off in the middle of the lake, it's hard to get into a boat. So you need help. My cousin had a boat on Lake Minnetonka, and we went, and I couldn't get back in the boat. So I said, next week I'll make some kind of ladder. And that ladder went over. I don't know how I made it. It fit perfect. Dimensions are still the same dimensions today. But when I was 28 is when I started my business with my brother. The all-American dream of making the ladder and starting a business. And we started that business from scratch. Then we were on TV too, Alcoa Aluminum.
Playday Afloat, an aluminum boat ladder. Playday Afloat with aluminum by Alcoa.
These are the original glasses. My name is on there, my Army serial number. Thought you were a pretty, big time operator wearing the glasses and your wings and your ribbons. This is an award I got. It's an honor to give this testimony to the performance of duty. I got 5 air medals. I'm very proud of what I've done. I think it's great. Thank God I came out of it not even a scratch. It's hard to believe these boys, some of them dead already. It's the same old story. When you get all you want and you struggle for self, you should go to the mirror and look at yourself and see what that man has to say. For it's not your father or your mother or your wife whose judgment you must please. It's the fellow whose verdict counts most in your life, the one that's staring at you from the glass. He's the one you got to please. He's the one who's going to be with you all the way to the end. Over here, this is Joe.